Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is David Benjamin from HealthyWildandFree.com. Today I want to talk about the dangers of dirty electricity. So if you've never heard the term dirty electricity before, dirty electricity is essentially uh, electromagnetic frequencies or radio frequencies that are harmful to human health. So we all know, or most of us are aware by now, that cell phones cause radiation that's cancerous, that's carcinogenic. Wi-Fi as well, Wi-Fi routers, laptops, anything that emits Wi-Fi signal, microwaves, all these devices, electronic devices, emit either radio signals or electromagnetic frequencies, and they are harmful to our human health, they're harmful to our physiology, our biology, and the homeostasis of our health and well-being. So dirty electricity is a phrase, I guess you could say, that helps to kind of categorize these things. So most people don't know this, but dirty electricity actually happens within our home. So beyond the Wi-Fi, beyond the cell phones, beyond the tablets, things like that. So the actual plug outlets are typically, well, it's really everywhere, AC, alternating current, as opposed to DC, which is a direct current. And the alternating current has a fluctuation, a sort of wavelength, an electrical, wavelength, and that wavelength has high voltage, and high voltage puts more electromagnetic stress on the human body or on any living body, including animals. So what's really important to understand is that the more electricity you're around, the more Wi-Fi routers, the more 4G towers, the more electronics, all that kind of stuff, the more dirty electricity you're surrounding yourself by, and that will suppress your energy levels. That affects your nervous system, that can affect your heart rate, even your blood glucose levels, and really just your headaches, stress, anxiety, stuff like that as well. So there's a lot of different symptoms and sort of byproducts to dirty electricity, so it's important to understand that it's an unseen force, but it has a seen effect on your health and well-being. So there's really, unfortunately, not a lot of solutions in the market, but I want to share one with you today. So several years back, this was probably 4 years ago, something like that, I came across a guy by the name of Dave Stutzer. And Dave Stutzer is an inventor who lives in Wisconsin and a former electrician. I guess he's still probably an electrician. And brilliant guy, really knows his stuff. And he found out, learned about the dangers of dirty electricity. So he did a lot of research and a lot of reading and a lot of diving deep into that subject and into these topics, and created a filter which essentially what it does is reduce the high voltage and the dangerous wavelengths of dirty electricity. So there's a number range, and the filters just keep that constricted, and so that the electricity is healthier and it doesn't negatively affect the body as much. So I got recently his product, and here I'll show you the box real quick. It's this. It's simply a box, and it comes with filters and this device right here. So I'm going to show you. So that's the box. It's these little filters. I'm going to show you this though, because this is what's really cool. So this is a microsurge meter. It's the Stutzer microsurge meter. So right here it has a little LED kind of screen. You plug it into the wall, and then it gives you a reading for every single plug outlet in your house. So this little card right here that comes in the 20 filter box, it basically just tells you the numbers of the reading, where that's at, and if it's healthy or safe, and where it needs to be a healthier and safer environment. So I installed these filters in my entire home. This is my home. I record videos in my home. I installed 20 filters, I think it is 20 now exactly, in my entire home. So my bedroom, my spare bedroom, my office, my living room, kitchen, everywhere. And what's really important to understand is that essentially the hertz reading that you get from this, if it's too high, you want to have filters. So I live in an older building, and I think the wiring is a little bit older here because sometimes, for example, when the wind blows, the power will go out, the Wi-Fi will go out. It's kind of finicky, and my readings were really high, especially my mom actually has these same filters as well. My mom's reading on her filters in her condo were much lower than mine. Mine were higher initially off the bat. So I had been living in an environment with a higher level of dirty electricity, with a higher level of electrical pollution, and that was affecting my health. So I will say the first day, interestingly enough, when I installed these filters in my home, I slept really well that night, and I had two dreams that I recalled very vividly, and my dream recall was really, really well. And I just felt more at peace and less anxious. So that's what I've experienced firsthand. I think everyone it'll be a little bit different. But once again, it can affect your heart rate, your headaches, brain, blood glucose levels, stress, anxiety. The list goes on and on and on. Dirty electricity is sort of anti-life, if you will. It suppresses living things. So anyways, so long story short, you want to use the meter, and I believe you can just buy this meter online. So if you just want to test your home to see where you're at, I think this meter is like 20 bucks or 30 bucks. It's really cheap, and if your Hertz level is higher than 50, that's sort of an undesirable high electrical pollution or outlet within your home. And if all your outlets are like that, you're going to want to get filters. So the lower the number, the better. So like I said, I installed these filters all throughout my home, and I tested it before and after. And before it was like, some of them are 60, 70, 80, which is over 50, and now they're around 27, which is under 30, which is much, much, much healthier. So I've reduced the dirty electricity in my home by over 50% simply by installing these filters. And these filters, they're very, they're about the size of this. They just plug right into your outlet. So the process of installing them is very simple. The instructions that come from the Stutzer filters explain how to do it, but essentially what you do is you test your meters first, you test your outlets first, and then once you test them, you see where the highest are, and you put in your if you have like a extension for plugs, you'll start there, and then you'll work your way in, and then you'll end up, and your kitchen will be your last room. But I mean, you can read the instructions step by step. But it's totally worth it, and I can show you a quick reading here in a minute, but anything you can do to reduce your dirty electricity or electrical pollution in your home is going to help your energy levels, your sleep, and the physiological, biological function of your body, and especially your nervous system, which, a lot of these, dirty electricity, radiation, EMFs, radio frequencies, all these different things affect your nervous system and cause anxiety and tension and stress and kind of a reactive state of being. So just to bring more peace and serenity and tranquility into your home or office or wherever it is that you work or spend time around electric outlets, it's important to filter that and bring it down. So this is just one technology, and it's the most effective technology that I've found on the market based on the research I've done and in speaking with Dave Stutzer, the inventor himself, on the phone several times now. So I totally recommend it. There's an article right below this video. My sister actually wrote this article. It's 1,600 words. It has the effects of dirty electricity. So how does dirty electricity affect your health? What are the symptoms? If you're symptomatic, what does that look like? And so there's a nice list there, and kind of it separates by body function and body parts, and like what you'll experience and feel. So you can check that out in the article below. And then there's also studies and research that shows you the negative and dangerous effects of dirty electricity. So this is just another unseen health factor that most people are completely ignoring. No doctors are talking about it. No one's even talking about this. So I really feel like it's important, and it's important to understand the value of these things, because when you integrate them into your life, your health and the quality of your life and energy and everything improves. So, for me, I have a cell phone case that reduces radiation. I turn my Wi-Fi off at night when I'm sleeping to reduce the electrical pollution, kind of load up my body, and I can recover better. And then now I have these filters in my plug outlets. So I highly recommend checking them out. Click the article below. Therell be more information along with the website and research and all the links and all that kind of stuff. So check that out below. Please like, favorite, comment, and share this video if you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next video. Make sure to have an amazing rest of the day. And real quick, here's the filter. It simply plugs into your outlet like that, and I have the microsurge meter plugged in right now, as you can see right here, and it is reading at 23, 24, it's 21, so it's hovering in the low 20s, which is great. So it's reducing the electrical pollution in my home, 19 even. So watch this. When I unplug it, check this out, 35. Unplugged. So that's a big difference. Now I plug it in, simple as this, just like that, back down to 20. So as you can see, that's a big reduction, and that's only one outlet. So if I go unplug all of the outlets in my home and all these filters, excuse me, this reading will be more like in the 60s, 70s. So it's hovering in the low 20s now, and that's a 200% improvement. I mean, that's more than 50%. I did my math wrong the first time. So as you can see, it's effective, and I recommend it. So I'll link up the article and information below so you can check it out and benefit from this in your work, office, your home, wherever you spend time around this electrical outlet that is damaging your health slowly but surely. So it's a good defense. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.